It's been a little while since ScHoolboy Q's dropped some music. Last time we heard from him was on Crash Talk, and he's back with a new track titled Soccer Dad. Uh, does this mean we're going to get some dad raps? Maybe, probably, but we'll just have to go bar for bar, break down these lyrics, and find out. If you're new here, these breakdowns are where I go through and read out the lyrics to a song and give my interpretation of what the artist is trying to say. My interpretations are not always correct, and I do miss things. So, if I miss something or misinterpret anything, please let me know in the comments below. That way, everyone gets to learn a little bit. So the track starts off with a bit of an intro and then straight into ScHoolboy Q's verse. And it's accompanied by production that's interesting, to say the least, and not something that I would expect ScHoolboy Q to be on. Something with some more horns, but they're really upbeat horns. But you'll see in a second.
Now here we go again. Before I had a fan, was mapping out everything I wanted, earn what I planned. You pussy niggas know about my body, call my second win. Quit acting like me and my crew of niggas ain't bringing the rappers in.
So with this track, it sounds like he's gonna go back and refer to the past, before he had a family, before he was a soccer dad. He was mapping out everything that he had wanted, and he had earned everything that he had planned to. And then him referencing his body, or could be a body he caught, or his actual body, because he's been working out. At least, I mean, he hasn't been as active on social media regarding gym stuff, but for a while he was like eating good. At least that's how he put it. And now he's back in shape. He's back in shape. He's caught his second wind. Quit acting like me and my crew didn't bring the rappers in. I'm assuming he's talking about TD, because there's been a lot of TDE slander recently on Twitter, like, oh, they've fallen off. Oh, because Kendrick's leaving, they're nothing now. Like, nah, I mean, TDE is still a legitimate label. It may be a little bit of time between releases, a little bit longer than what we may be used to, but they're still working.
Quit acting like the shit you said wouldn't work, like we ain't make it win. Quit acting like you know me, little nigga. We was never friends, my knuckle game, my flip-flop too crazy. I am really him, the soccer dad, my real life too wait. While I chitter stands, you little rappers, go and wipe your mouth and go pull up your pants.
Oh, so basically saying like, oh, all these things that you said wouldn't work. Like, quit acting like you weren't saying that. Like, you've been saying that. Quit trying to pretend you weren't. Like, we made it win. And then quit acting like you know me. We were never friends. So he's either talking about fans or people that are closer to him. His knuckle game, my flip-flop too crazy. I am really him. He is that dude. You don't want to mess with him. Don't test him. And then he's the soccer dad. His real life is too wavy, like the stuff he's doing nowadays. And like it's just crazy to him. And then you little rappers, go and wipe your mouth and pull up your pants. Like, all right, enough of y'all. Go sit down, basically. Like, because I guess ScHoolboy Q is a little bit older now. A lot of people can consider him an OG. So he's like, go and sit down, little child. Then we get to the chorus.
Damn, nigga, damn. Get up off my dick. Damn, nigga, damn. Get up off my nuts. Damn, nigga, damn.
Chorus is pretty underwhelming, but again, it seems like a song that he's just addressing people with, like going back to his past and like bringing up references and being like, hey, I've always been this guy, and I knew we'd be doing good. We then get to the second verse, which is a little bit longer.
Groovy ass, no face killer that love to smile. They wonder how I mind my business is still around. I got a half a ticket parked out cricket, they wonder how. Cause the M's on me match my age, my nigga, wow.
Groovy, no face killer, reference to blank face, probably. He just loves to smile though. They wonder how he minds his business and he's still around. Like, how are you just doing your own thing and you're still relevant, maybe? Like, how are people still looking for you? I got half a ticket parked out crooked, they wonder how. I mean, his car's parked outside just wherever, and he doesn't care about the tickets on it because he's got M's on him. The M's match his age. Wow.
I am he, no face killer and use a clown. You can paint it good, but truth be told, it's watered down. Had a microphone styles I flavored in just a couch. Took it platinum 20 plus times, nigga, I'm not a slouch.
Okay, he referenced the no face killer bit again. He's like, this is who I am and use a clown. Yeah, you can paint it good, like the clown paint, but truth be told is watered down. Like, even though you trying to make yourself look like you hard, you really just a clown in the end. And then he's just talking about how when he started out, he just had a microphone and a couch, like not a whole lot of things, but he took it platinum 20 times plus. He's no slouch.
Never had a problem with niggas I couldn't twist on. The big homie, no big homies to politic from. The blueprint of keeping it low and stacking your chips up. We buckled down, made shit happen, they didn't pick us.
He never had a problem with people he couldn't twist up. Twist up potentially meaning like he couldn't take in a fight. Or just people he was cool with. Like he people he couldn't be cool with, I guess. But I think more so like there was no drama around him. And if there was people who would be causing drama, he could take them. The big homie, no big homies to politic from. I guess, yeah, he's the big homie at this point. And he had no big homies to look up to and politic from, like learn the ways or like just kind of be fake about it. Because politicking is a few things, like you can go and, get to know people, interact with the peoples, but also just kind of be like showing face sort of thing. I'm completely blanking on the other term that I was thinking of, but
Death, disappointment, and struggles, they make my back ache. Pops never showed up, I thank him, it made my life great. The only child raised by women, I had to turn 8. The mental of a black man hustle, I move at God's pace.
So as he was growing up, as he was going through life, death, disappointment, and struggles weren't too much of a load to bear. It wasn't going to make his back ache. And he grew up with a single mother. So, and instead of feeling like he should, I guess, disown or have some sort of disdain for his father, he's like, nah, it's cool, because this made my life great. Like, I wouldn't have gotten here without those things happening.
Real life pain when I'm talking, so I don't play rap. The shit you enjoy when I'm kicking, I'm going through that. The lame niggas tell us who cool now, where they do that. Tears on my collar, I'm perfect, it turned to new leaf.
So he's also going into the whole people be faking in their raps bit with, this is real life pain, what I'm talking about. It's not fake. I'm not just making it up. I don't play rap. The shit you enjoy, what I'm kicking, like the things that I'm saying, the things that you like about my music, I'm actually going through it, or I've gone through it. And then the lame dudes tell us who cool now. I guess people like me who talk about music on the internet, or just people in general who are like, oh no, that's what's hot. Like, because again, people have been clowning on TDE recently because no one's really dropped much recently. Although Isaiah Rashad's dropped, I think it's more just because there's been a long delay, or not even a delay, just a long time between projects for some artists like ScHoolboy Q. Even more so for like Absol and SZA, but that's a whole nother thing. It's not even an issue, it's just a discussion that people want to have.
Black nigga bomb ass babies, I took a new leaf. Slaughtered every goal that I put out and got a new reach. Deuce rat, G scrap through the throat, they do it through me.
Now he's just talking about where he is in life now. He's got some bomb ass babies. He's really proud of his daughter, if you aren't aware. He took a new leap. He's slaughtered every goal, and then he's shouting out everyone who couldn't make it to now. Like, they're living through him. Whether they're not here or just not physically in like around him, like they're living through him. He's doing it for them, essentially. And then the chorus comes back in and the song's over. This track was interesting, to say the least. When I listened to it originally, I wasn't really feeling it, and I'm still not completely sold on it. Especially because, it's been a little while, and Crash Talk was okay. I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite ScHoolboy Q album, but it was still enjoyable. And this feels like natural progression from that. The production is definitely different than what I would expect from ScHoolboy Q. I mean, it's more like, I don't know, like it's a loop that I wouldn't expect him to rap on, but it's fine. I'm sure if this does make it to an album, which I imagine it would, it's kind of weird that this would be a Lucy after all this time. If it was on the album, it'd probably sound better. It would probably make more sense. It could also just be a bonus track at the end of the album. But we really have little information to go off of at the moment, whether or not he has a new album coming out, or if it's going to be a conceptual thing or something else. If he's going to go into some of the topics that are on here, it sounds like he's going to talk about his past a little bit more and how that affected him growing up and how it's affecting him currently. But, that's just assumptions. Again, though, I'm not huge on this track, but I think in the context of an album, it's probably going to sound better. Because even with Crash Talk, I didn't like it right away. It's something that I had to take a few listens to really click. And I mean, it's still not my favorite, but it's still not bad by any means. But that's all I've got for this track. Let me know in the comments below if I've missed something or misinterpreted anything, like I mentioned earlier, because it's totally possible. Also, let me know what you thought of this track. I would definitely say give it a few listens before you jump to conclusions and say it's absolute trash. Because lyrically, like the second verse was definitely, it picked up. But, it is what it is. Also, like and subscribe if you want to see more breakdowns and content like this. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe out there.